Hello, everybody. I hope you can hear me. I am popping on here to do a live. My first live, in fact, on YouTube. So this is kind of exciting. Well, it's not kind of exciting, it's very exciting. But as you saw from the title called How Your Current Diet is Possibly Killing You. As a nutritionist for over 25 years and a trainer, I see a lot of stuff in my life, so I'm trying to keep my eyes on both. So I see a lot of bad information being thrown out there and being discussed in the ladies' locker room, at the Starbucks counter, at the shopping mall, at a restaurant with the besties sitting around and enjoying a glass of wine and talking. So the reason why I came up with this was because it's been highly frustrating for me as a nutritionist to tell you what you really need to know. I've got to get the frustration off my chest because there's so much wrong information. And so I had someone approach me about how they got a phone call. Now I know this person, we're keeping names out of this to save the innocent. She called me and said that there is a local pharmacy and they are touting to have the best diet out there in the region. I already knew it was bull crap right from the start. And I kind of figured what it was. So I said, tell me what it is. And she did. And I am going to divulge now because there are so many people that are on this wagon and it's harmful. So it's Ideal Protein. Lots of pharmacies have come on board in my area with that. I see tons of people doing Ideal Protein. And so, of course, I wanted to make sure I had the gist of what the diet is about. And so I can explain it properly and not give you bull crap. So I know that it's a 3-phase system. I know that it's keto-based, and keto-based is not wrong. Keto-based has its uses. There are very many people doing keto. There are some problems with keto, but I'm not going to dive into a keto diet. I am just letting you know that Ideal Protein is keto-based, and that's not the issue. They have 3 phases. So they do a weight loss phase, they do a stabilization phase, and then they do a maintenance phase for about 12 months with support. So when my friend told me about this product, I immediately dove in because I'm a huge label reader and it's all about what are we putting in our bodies. So I immediately looked up protein shakes because protein is where 95% of my clients fall short. Not kidding. We don't get enough protein in our diets. And protein is the essential building blocks of everything, like of eye cells, of muscle tissue, of heart tissue, of skin, hair, nails. Like protein is your building blocks for everything. And that's a good thing that we make sure we're getting enough protein in our diet. But these shakes have some pretty nasty ingredients in them. One that really ticks me off is acesulfame potassium. So acesulfame potassium is something like, now I might get the number wrong there, but it's about 40 or even 100 times sweeter than table sugar. So companies are using acesulfame potassium because it's cheap and because they can use very little of it because it's so sickeningly sweet. But the awful thing about artificial sweeteners, which we get in every single thing that we eat practically, is that it tricks your body into wanting more carbs. Like, that's messed up, right? Like, that's messed up. We're trying to avoid sugar. So people are eating artificial sugar because it's 0 calorie, but you're actually teaching your body and tricking your body into wanting more carbohydrates. So shortly after you have whatever it is with the acesulfame potassium in it, whether it's a shake or a yogurt or a bar, within an hour or so, you're going to be hungry again. And it's just so damaging to your body. It's known for causing headaches. It's known for causing depression. It's known for causing nausea. Guess what? It's also known, not just acesulfame potassium, but other artificial sweeteners, is it's known to cause cancer and disease. And I'm not coming out and saying it will definitely cause this type of cancer or this type of illness, but anything that's artificial, like logically speaking, anything that's artificial, your body treats it like a foreign object. It doesn't know what it is. So it's going to try to eliminate it. Okay. So I want to make sure that I'm not missing anything. The other thing with the shakes is that they're highly processed. And that's what we teach in nutrition, is that I need a drink. Excuse me. Thanks. So we teach in nutrition that highly processed things are very damaging for your body. They're full of chemicals, they're full of ingredients you can't pronounce, they're full of enriched flour, which is no good for your body at all. They're full of extra sodium, extra sugar, food dyes, you name it. So that's why you always hear a nutritionist will say, oh, my light just died. You'll always hear a nutritionist say when you are shopping at the grocery store that you shop at the outer perimeters. Everything in the middle you really don't need unless you want to deke in for some coffee or something like that. So the healthy things are all on the outside perimeter of the store. Your fresh produce, fresh vegetables, bakery made bread. And I could get into that one later. These shakes also contain sucralose. Sucralose is another artificial sweetener. I had someone approach me when I mentioned sucralose, and I think it was a nurse even, or a retired nurse. And she says, oh, no, it's good. Like, sucralose is good because it ends in OSE, sucralose. And I walked away going, what the hell? It was at Costco, and Costco was doing yogurt demonstrations, and I forget, Danone maybe? That's so far from the truth. Sucralose, any sweetener ending in OSE, is actually more damaging to your body than actual table sugar. The other reason that, and I'm bouncing around with sweeteners and I'm bouncing around with being high processed, but these things are put there to increase the flavor, and they're also put there to increase shelf life. So think about that. Is that something that you really want to invest in your health? When you're trying to get healthy and you're going to the store and you're getting those yogurts with acesulfame potassium and sucralose and aspartame, you are doing your body zero good. You are much better off to go and just buy regular plain Greek yogurt. Add your own sweetener, add some honey, add a ton of cinnamon, because cinnamon is amazing because it helps balance blood sugar, which it's all about blood sugar. We want to balance blood sugar to keep energy levels nice and even. So that is just one of the things that I can't stand about Ideal Protein and some of these other diets that are out there. The other thing that I looked at with regards to Ideal Protein is their laxative. Now, this is like mind-blowing. It's called Novalax. You want to hear what's funky about that? Let's be frank here. Most of us are constipated. We're constipated. We're stressed. We're walking around all day long doing this. because we're stressed and we're mad and we're angry and we're uptight and we're trying to get shit done. So when we are stressed to the max, not only are we doing this, our bowels are doing this. And they're clenched and they're ticked right off and they're not going to let go. So if you're not going to the bathroom and having a bowel movement, what do? You take a laxative. So the laxative is going to fire through, as you know. You've probably done that at some point in your life where you took the laxative, it kicked in, and you were doing a Hail Mary to the bathroom. Right? Guess what? This is so harmful for you, so harmful, in fact, that it paralyzes you on the inside. This is huge. This is huge. So listen carefully. There are 2 ingredients in this particular laxative and in most laxatives on the shelf in the pharmacy. One is senna. The other one is Cascara sagrada. Those 2 actually shut down and completely paralyze the bowels. So inside your intestines and inside your colon are little tiny hairs that are moving everything along. Moving everything along. That's how you get the urge to go to the bathroom and have a bowel movement. When you take these 2 ingredients, one or the other or both together, which is like a double whammy, you are deadening those little hairs inside your colon. They are no longer working. They stop working. Nothing moves. Okay? And so over time, yes, they will allow you to empty out, let me tell you, because it's going to be an explosive run. But what happens when you stop using them is when you hope to heck that the paralysis of those little tiny hairs in your intestine and colon come back. Many, many times they don't. They don't. They die. And then what happens is you are literally stuck on laxatives for most of your life, if not the rest of your life, because of this. Do you see how detrimental it is to know what you're putting in your body? Do you see how artificial sweeteners and things that are in laxatives are killing us? That's not including so many other areas in health where we are making health what we think is a top priority and actually turning it into something that's causing more disease, more sickness, and more downward spirals of health, because these things create inflammation in our bodies. And when we create inflammation, inflammation is swelling, right? So if you have a bum knee, your knee is, when it's bugging you at its most, then there's inflammation going on in there. So it's pushing out against and it's causing swelling. It's the exact same thing in your intestinal tract, wherever that inflammation may be. But if there's one thing I could get across to you today, would be if you do nothing else than to look after your digestion. Because digestion is everything, everything. Like approximately 70% of your immune system is in your gut. So if you're eating crap all the time, if you're putting in acesulfame potassium, other sweeteners, avoiding good healthy fats and going low fat with everything, if you are going towards trying to get yourself to go to the bathroom and with means of a laxative, you're doing so much more damage than anything else I could possibly tell you about. So with this being said, I developed actually a couple of years ago, and it sat idle on my shelf. And I developed a lean body blueprint. And this lean body blueprint gives you and teaches you how to lose weight and get healthy, because it's not just about losing weight, it's getting healthy. It's always been about a healthy lifestyle for me. I have been a nutrition coach and a personal trainer. This is my 29th year. And I'm teaching women, and I have always taught women and men how to not diet and get your health on back, to get your health back in a very healthy, sustainable way that doesn't sacrifice, that doesn't count calories, that is just the be all and end all. I wrote a manual, like a complete manual on this lean body blueprint diet that I put all my 29 years of expertise in a book and in a program. And it's a coaching program with me. This coaching program is $5,000 for 1 year. You can't even get a personal trainer for that. You can't even get a personal trainer and a gym membership for that. Nor can you get a personal trainer, a gym membership, and a nutritionist in a year for all that. So I'm inviting you to work with me. I have these coaching programs. You can do the 5,000 paid in full. And if you do that, you save $1,000. Or you can do a monthly plan for $500 a month, in which you would pay a little extra because it's not a paid in full. But what this program is going to do is it's going to teach you how to not diet, how to not feel like shit again, teach you to be leaner, teach you to be stronger, teach you to be fueled properly through good food without sacrificing anything. I never sacrifice myself. I never put my clients on a do or die. It's all salads. Hell no. Steak, potatoes. Have your indulgences. It goes on an 80-20 rule. Be a good girl, Monday to Friday. Eat well. Friday night, go out with your man, your spouse. Go out and have your burger and fries that you've been craving and you've been working so hard for. You get up the next day, you are back on track to eat clean all day Saturday. Saturday night, you're going out with the besties, having a charcuterie board and a glass of wine. 80-20 rule is balance, and it works. And in the next videos, I'm going to be telling you how and why Body Health Coach works for you. It's a hands down no-brainer. In this Lean Body Blueprint program, you're going to get the hallelujah of never dieting again. Never. Never have I dieted. The only time that I did diet was when I stepped on stage for a bodybuilding show and a figure show. That's it. You still get to enjoy your guilty pleasures. I love my glass of red wine. It was my son's birthday the other day. I indulged in the cake and the ice cream and the pizza. You can still do these things. I'll teach you how to do it effectively while still allowing the scale to move in a positive way and your health to skyrocket. You'll feel amazing. You will have no guilty pleasures whatsoever. You will also have the clarity, the good old clarity that we all need to deal with everyday stresses. Like, let's face it, these damn stresses don't go away. They're always there. They're always in the forefront. They're always being thrown at you and bombarded. God knows I am going through a crap load of stress right now. And you know what? I feel awesome. My nutrition is on point. It's good, it's clean. I'm supplementing with a couple amazing products. I'm getting enough protein, I'm getting enough essential fatty acids to drive hormone and clarity and great skin, hair, and nails, and you name it. So, with that being said, you're also tackling your hormones. Ladies, we know what that is all about. We need to tackle the hormones. And it's so easy to do without a pill. You can do these things with food. Food is magic. Food is fuel. Food is your source for what starts the health within you. And it either can go upward or it can go downward. It's up to you to decide. Okay, so we're going to tackle hormones, mental clarity. I'm making sure I got my notes here that I'm talking about everything. Again, you're never going to say goodbye to any food that you love. Why? Because the second that you take away a food from someone that they just love so dearly, the second you take it away from them, they're going to crave it immediately. So if I were to say to you, no more burger, no more weekly McDonald's, you're going to run for the hills. Excuse me, you're not going to hire me, and you're going to go eat your Big Mac and fries, and you're going to wallow in it and be upset. Don't be upset anymore. Don't be upset to go shopping and look in the mirror in the change room and have that despair that nothing fits anymore. Don't be that girl. I am inviting you to hire me as your coach, to never feel like that again, to never live off salads, because that's boring as anything. And I would choke myself out for doing such a thing. Nobody wants to live off salads. Salads are great. There's a million things you can do to salads to twist them up and be fresh and tantalizing and delicious, but that's not the be all and end all. Who the heck wants to be a rabbit? I never have been, never will. It's good to get your greens. It's good to get your 5 to 10 servings, and you can still have all that other stuff. So, no more feeling like crap. No more. That is what I'm here for. They call diet for a reason, because it's got die in it. And I've never taught dieting to anybody. I started in this journey when I was 20 years old. 20. And when I was a kid, now we all have body image issues, and I had body image issues when I was a kid, and I used to cry all the time. I wasn't overweight. As a matter of fact, I was severely underweight. And I cried all the time. And I hated the girl in the mirror. And I hated what the thoughts were in my head, and I hated what I felt like. And I vowed to get healthy, and I stepped in a gym. And I'm not saying you have to step in the gym. You don't, because it starts in the kitchen. Actually, it starts in the mind, and then it starts in the kitchen, and then the body follows, is how it goes. It's a 3-step process, for sure. Okay? So I'm inviting you to work with me, all right? I'm going to tell you what you're going to get in that program, because you may have said, well, price is pretty darn good, Chris, or maybe you're in a position where you're not ready to invest in your health. And I get that for various reasons. You might be on the fence. So that's why I'm here. And that's why I'm coming to the masses. In the Lean Body Blueprint program, you are getting the Lean Body Blueprint manual. It's got your guidelines. It's got your how-tos. It's got your selfies of where you're going to put those and record your numbers for body compositions under my guidance, so it's done correctly. You're going to have your how-tos, like I mentioned. Notes again. You're going to have how it's going to work is it's going to be a private Facebook group. In that group, you're going to have 14 videos to start you off. on different fundamentals of body health coach methodologies, of why they work and why diets don't, and give you a good firm foundation for how you're going to get to where you want to go. I formulated 3 of my own meal plans. And yep, you've seen a million meal plans for sure. What makes mine unique is when you see the meal plan, there are 3. One is regimented, so that's for the person that is like, just tell me what to eat and when. Got you covered. 2, I know what a protein, a carb, and a fat is, Christine. Just tell me like how to combine them and how to eat. Got you covered. 3, I just need a layout of meals for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks, and I'll take it from there. Also covered. And those are formulated based on your numbers that you send me when we start working together. Okay? Oh, and the other thing with the meal plans, you know how you look at a recipe and you go, ooh, like I don't have those ingredients on hand, like damn it. And there's 50 steps to get to the end result? Never, never. So in the meal plan, you'll see, as an example, 3 ounces of strip loin steak with half of a sweet potato with cinnamon and a teaspoon of butter and a side of steamed veggies. Okay, so you would take that. You can prepare that steak pretty much any way you want. Chances are you're going to grill it, but you know what to do with a steak. You know how to steam veggies, and you know how to bake a potato or a sweet potato. At least I hope you do. Or you can hire me to come do it for you. But there's no recipe per se, and it's just taking what I give you in the meal plan and combining it like however you want, whether it's saute, steam, boil, microwave, whatever works for you. Okay? Grocery lists are in there. I give you swap outs. And what the heck is that? If you need a gluten-free, dairy-free plan, you get that bonus meal plan. You also get a list of swap outs. So let's say your meal plan is showing that you have, or you're supposed to have chicken tonight, and you forgot to take chicken out. It's frozen. Happens to all of us. Then you would go to your swap out list and you would grab something you do have in the same portion control, and you would just swap that out. So you would have a turkey breast that you had out from yesterday instead of the chicken breast. You also get a list of non-starchy common carbs. So I could give you a 200-page book on that because there's a million non-starchy carb veggies. But I give you a 1-page list so you can, again, swap out with your meal plan. So I don't have any bell peppers on hand for my meal plan today, but the swap out list says that I can use half a bag of bean sprouts. So you can swap out one for another, carb for another, and it's all good in the hood. Okay? We talked about the gluten-free option, the dairy option, notes and guidelines. When you do a plan with me, you only have 4 rules. 4. And I'm not going to tell you what they are, because they're simple and they're not even a rule. It's just like, remember to do this. One of them is to eat every 3 to 4 hours. And why do I ask that or say that? Because in the grand scheme of things and of all the diets that are out there, the diabetic diet makes the most sense. A diabetic has to follow a diabetic diet to keep blood sugar levels even keeled so they don't have a sugar crash or worse. So where was I even going with that? So with the notes and the guidelines and eating every 3 to 4 hours, that's the whole premise behind it. Is just to, now it's not carved in stone. You don't have to say like every 3 hours, bang, I need to eat. You can stretch that out an hour and a half based on your lifestyle and what you got going on that day. Okay? You get a personalized food journal included in that as well. So you can download it, you can print off your food journal. Many women hate food journaling. I am one too. But you only do it for a short period of time, and it helps keep you accountable. It also keeps your coach, me, in the loop so you know what to expect, and I know how to help you on the fly. Your private Facebook group. We get and we're doing one live coaching call a week. You get me once a week. Actually, you get me pretty much 24/7, but please let me sleep so I'm at my best. We also do one live Q&A a week so we can hop on in the group. You can ask me anything and you can take a hot seat on that. And lastly is an exercise sheet and live workouts. So I didn't talk about this part of it because, like I said, it all starts in the mind, then it starts in the kitchen, and then it starts with the body. When you are ready to start the exercise part of it, there is a sheet that you follow that is full body 3 times a week. Not killer. Anybody can do it, from entry level, easy peasy, never been off the couch, to advanced athletics. It's covered in between, and it explains how to do it based on where you are in your fitness level at that time. So that's a whole lot of stuff I laid out for you. I suggest you go back and you watch the video again so you can hear everything you get and all the benefits that you get that go with it. Let me see. I'm also going to be checking for comments and DMs. So most times I notice that most women don't want to do the comments. They want to DM me directly. Completely, totally cool with that. So again, you need to look after your health now. You've been sitting on the fence for so long, you don't even know where the hell to start. It's okay. I am a very, very good hand holder. I love holding hands. I love being supportive, and I love being compassionate. So your next step is to get in touch. I will leave, I do have a page that will send you to a freebie at the 5 cooking mistakes that increase your waistline. I strongly suggest you get that, and I'll put the link below. If you want to reach out with regards to working with me, leave a message of some sort till the other website or webpage is up and ready to go, and I will take it from there. So again, I am Christine Trigley. I am your body health coach and nutritionist and personal trainer with 29 years experience, and it's about time I got off my butt and started bringing you to the masses. And it's been a pleasure to meet new people. I love the fact that we just, like, especially us women, get to collaborate and work together. And I've actually got some local projects coming up because of reaching out like this. So have a wonderful day. I will not take up any more of your time, and I will hope to talk to you and work with you. Have a good one. Wink.